Hey everybody, it's Shey. Welcome to my channel. If you haven't been here before, I am an energy intuitive medium and cosmic channel, and I actually help people on their ascension path, help them clear blocks to awaken to all their gifts and abilities that everybody is born with, by the way. So yes, everybody's abilities can vary, but generally people can open up to their abilities if they are in alignment with their soul. So today the Pleiadians would like to come through with this weekly energy update and give some information about what is going on in the collective and how we can actually help at this time. So at this time, we'd like to say this. The earth is evolving, yes, and ascension is happening. And yes, not everybody's involved in the ascension plan or the path. However, some people are, and those that are starting to awaken more. So with that being said, we'd say this. A lot of people are awakening and are having a lot of, let's just say, symptoms to the ascension awakening, and you're having a lot of purging and things come up and a lot of emotions and feelings that need to be, let's just say, released. At this time, I would say releasing these is the best thing you can do. We realize a lot of people are trying to hold and push them down, and they don't want to face them, or they don't want to see them, meaning if they've had traumas in their life or things that have happened in their life, that is what is going on, that is coming up, and they're not wanting to look at them. So if you're not wanting to look at them, it's not going to flow through you to be able to be healed. So you have to actually let the energy flow through you. You have to, yes, process the emotion. You have to feel it to heal it, basically. Just breathe and allow it to flow through you. Do not attach to it and just let it flow through. As this is happening, it can happen over and over and over again. And sometimes it is very harsh for a lot of people. It was for Shey for many years. She went through, like, let's say 10 or 15 years of purging, and she didn't even realize what was going on. She just kept having cycles of things going through her mind and things that have happened in her life and why people treated her a certain way, or certain things happened, or why this happened, or why that happened. You know, it goes on and on. But you have to let the energies flow through. For many years, she did not realize that you have to let the energy flow through you, and then it passes. So it took her longer than normal, but we will say this, for you that are awakening now and this is happening, if you let the energy flow through you, it will actually make things easier. So just take a deep breath, ground, breathe, and let the energy flow through you. Feel it to heal it. That is how you let the energy flow through you to heal, is you don't attach to it. You don't attach to it. You don't attach to any stories. If stories start coming up, release them. Do not attach to them. As we tell Shey, if she's having a bad day or things are rough, listen to something that brings you joy. You know, maybe it's a movie, a comedy, maybe it's music, things of that nature. Things that bring you joy raise your frequency. And it is really hard to keep, let's just say, a frequency of your soul when you're having to purge a lot of trauma. And a lot of people don't understand this. The trauma is being purged for a reason. The more you purge, the more light you can hold. And the more light you can hold, the higher your frequency goes to where you can connect to your higher selves better. So we will say this. It is not necessarily that you need to, let's just say, do all this in one setting. It can be broken up. You can ask actually your spirit team to break it up, because they are the ones actually controlling what is coming through you that needs to be healed. So if it is too much for you, you can say, this is too much. Can we come back to this another time? You can say, put a pin in it or put it on the shelf for a while, and then we'll come back to this, let's say, tonight. And they will work with you in that way, if that's the way you want to work on your healing process. But that is the way we would recommend doing this. Now, a lot of you did not realize this, as Shey didn't, as you were evolving, because there weren't a lot of spiritual teachers out there to show you this and to tell you what is going on. A lot of people went to therapy, and that helps. Yes, speaking and talking about it helps, because you have to feel it to heal it. But at this time, so much is coming up for so many people, you would literally be in therapy all day long if you're going through the severe purging phase. So we would say, take these techniques we gave you and use them instead of actually, you know, you can go to therapy too. We're not saying don't go to a therapist, but instead of actually having to do it all at one time, you know, take it in breaks and ask your spirit team to let up, or to, let's say, go back to it later. Sometimes, depending on your soul path and your plan, though, it will just push forward. It's not going to stop, as it was with Shey. Many, many, many years. We're talking like 15, 20 years of this going on, and she did not know what was going on because she wasn't, let's just say, open or awakened enough in the spiritual sense, not in the societal sense, to realize what was going on. So we will say this. there are a lot of people that are actually awakening, and they're awakening to the fact that the world is corrupt. But we would call that more of a societal awakening. But generally that leads to a spiritual awakening, as the societal awakening is a part of the process of programming that breaks people down when they start to realize that the truth isn't real. Shey has known this for a very long time, a lot of this stuff that is coming up now. And so it originally awakened her, so she went through a societal awakening first and then a spiritual awakening. And her spiritual awakening was very abrupt. It was a Kundalini awakening, as people call it here on Earth. However, that is just basically when more aspects of you embody you as yourself, and they help you along your path. So we would say this: a lot of people are wanting to know, what is your soul and what is your higher self? They are essentially the same thing in a sense. Your oversoul is your soul, and then is broken down in many aspects, and one of those aspects is you. However, you start to embody the other aspects as you ascend and evolve, and they have information, and they can help you, and they are doing their own lives. You know, if you have a light being, they're doing their own thing. If you have a part of you or an aspect of you that's here on this earth, they're doing their own thing too. But eventually you start to embody them and all the information that they have gathered over the years, and then whatever you've gathered, they're learning from as well. So it is kind of a process. So yes, whatever is affecting them on their aspect can affect you in this life. So if you ever feel something, you don't know where it's coming from, sometimes that is what's going on. As we tell Shey, just breathe through it, don't attach to it. It doesn't necessarily affect you in this life, but a lot of people don't understand that. As she is clairaudient, she is able to understand this more this day and time. However, most of you are actually let's just say claircognizance. You get knowings that come about you, and you're wondering, well, what is going on there? However, if it doesn't have anything to do with this lifetime, don't attach to it. Don't try to figure it out. That'll just cause more confusion and stress on you. Just let it flow through you and process it through. Everybody is connected, as we all are one, but your aspects and your soul itself affects you more than, let's just say, other souls at this time and this point in the game. So that is our message for this week. If you have any questions, you can drop a comment below. And if you would like to work with Shey or us, we would love to work with you. We hope everybody has a wonderful day. I hope everybody has a wonderful and blessed day. And if you have any comments, you can drop them below, and I would love to answer your questions. And if you'd love to work with me, you can go to higherspiritualhealing.com and schedule a session with me. I do Akashic for Earth and Galactic readings. I'm actually a certified galactic practitioner through Debbie Solaris, and I am actually about to take the Akashic clearing course. So as at the end of May, I will be an Akashic clearer as well. In the past, I have done clearings using theta healing, but this is another method or modality that I'm learning to help other people, you know, and expand myself and continue to learn as I love to learn. So anyway, I hope everybody has a wonderful, blessed day. If you have any questions, drop them below, and I will talk to you all later. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Bye.